King's Speech. My review on The King's Speech. I'm going to make this short, I'm going to make this snappy. Colin Firth puts in a performance of his career as King George VI. He nails his portrayal of this important royal character that most people don't know too much about, because I believe that the Queen Mother said you can't film this until I've departed the world, so it was kept under wraps for many years. It nails that performance completely as far as I'm concerned. I believed that Colin Firth was King George VI. Helena Bonham Carter plays what most of us know to be the Queen Mother. She looked hot in the movie. Is it wrong to think the Queen Mother was hot when she was younger? I don't know. But she was anyway in this movie. I liked her. She gave a believable performance as the Queen Mother. But obviously she wasn't called the Queen Mother in this movie. Geoffrey Rush plays the speech therapist in the King's Speech that helps Colin Firth's character. Again, puts in a great performance as a speech therapist, having worked with people with problems myself and things. But I thought he made that very believable, the techniques he used to try and get Colin Firth to be more confident in himself and to deal with his issues around problems with speech. Set design in the film, fantastic, very evocative of the period it was in. I believe that, I believe we were in the 1930s throughout most of the picture. Storyline was brilliant, classic kind of, obviously, root for a guy that's got a very kind of big disability that hampers his life, and then by the end of the film he's kind of overcome it to a certain degree. He hasn't got rid of it completely, but you're kind of with him on this journey the entire way, and you get a feel for the character, you care for the character, you want him to overcome his stammer. It's also got a scene of Colin Firth swearing a lot in very sort of inappropriate fashion for a member of royalty, which kind of seemed to go down well with the mostly middle-aged to late 50s, I would say, audience in the room. In fact, they were laughing a lot at that. I'm not quite sure they get out very much, but that doesn't matter. I found it moderately amusing. They seem to love it a lot, so for people that are of that age, I guess they find that scene highly amusing. Also has that little kid from Outnumbered in it, playing a very, 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 very young Queen Elizabeth, and she's only on the screen for about 10 minutes, but she puts in a memorable performance as well. Also got some nice classical music included, and it's also a film that I found was very uplifting, despite the fact that it ends pretty much when England and Britain and the entire world is about to go into probably one of the most devastating wars of the last century. And for a film to make you feel inspired and uplifted at such a point in time says a lot to me, So I highly recommend this film. I give it 8 out of 10. I predict it's going to win a lot of Oscars. I'm predicting, actually, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Colin Firth's already nailed the Best Actor Oscar. It's a safe bet. If I was a bookie, I would put the odds very very high that he was going to win this. I wouldn't put him at 100 to 1 because you'd be losing a lot of money. I would say he nailed the performance completely, so he's going to win this no matter what. You might as well just hand him the Oscar right now because it's in the bag for him. So yeah, I highly recommend it. It will appeal to young teenagers because it's not too stuffy, not too pretentious, and it's got swearing in it, and Helena Bonham Carter's hot. It will appeal to 20-somethings and 30-somethings for the same kind of reasons, but they also have a more mature understanding of the kind of period maybe, and hopefully have an understanding for the appreciation for the history behind things. And it will appeal to the period drama loving 40 to 50-year-old people that kind of like, things like Lark Rise to Candleford and all those sedate kind of period pieces and that kind of thing, because they like the costumes and the sets and the very posh English accents and the scandal and the controversy around abdication and that kind of thing. So The King's Speech is a film that I definitely recommend. I think everyone should go and see it, and I predict it will win a lot of awards. It gets 8 out of 10 from me. Thank you very much.